American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked out American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American Contractor Show. Go ahead and check them out into the description. So for our weather today, we do have hail chances all through the plains as well as the Front Range. We're going to talk about Denver and Amarillo's risks specifically, as well as the rest of that area. And then into tomorrow, another risk for the Front Range. Denver, you guys are seeing back-to-back hail risks, so looks like the Front Range season is finally starting to turn on a little bit. We're going to talk about it. And then finally, looking ahead into this weekend, into Sunday and Monday as well, we're going to see what our hail chances are for that. But before we get into our weather, first things first, check us out at the Calm Before the Storm tournament. That is at Fox Hollow Golf Course. And that's actually next week, May 20th in Denver, Colorado area. So if you guys are already in the area, or if you just want to trip out to Denver to play some golf and talk some weather, make sure to register for that and come see us there. And then after that, we're also going to be at the CRA Trade Show. That's at Empower Field on June 4th as well. So just a couple weeks after our golf tournament there. Also in the Denver, Colorado area, like I said, so make sure to go ahead and register for either or both of those if you want to come meet us. Into the now. So here's what we're looking at for our current conditions. Pretty beautiful again. Mostly sunny across the whole country. You got some scattered showers working their way through the Front Range as well as the Central Plains here. The rest of us are sitting pretty right now. Sunny skies, not much to worry about in terms of weather. So if we take a look here at our current temperatures, we're sitting at 61 in Denver, 70 in Kansas City, so we have warmed up through the Central Plains here, working our way down to 83 in Miami. You guys are holding down the fort for that nice warm weather, and then the rest of us are in the upper 70s or upper 60s as well as the 70s. So pretty mild across most of the country, but we're warming up here through the Central Plains, and that's what's going to count for later today into tomorrow. So looking here at our dew points, we've been pretty cool and dry for most of the week, actually. We've been pretty cool and dry for the past few days at least. Starting to work our way back up into the higher humidity values. We're at 53 degrees in Wichita, and that's our dew point temperature, not our regular temperature. So 53 degree dew points in Wichita, Kansas. Again, 53 down in Dallas. So working our way up there into the low 50s. We should see that continue to pop on up into some higher values as we continue to get that air pulling all of that moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico up into our neck of the woods. The rest of us pretty dry across the nation. Then looking into the instability that's present in the atmosphere right now. So we're seeing some good heating, seeing some good atmospheric humidity working its way into our neck of the woods, and that's going to help us out with our CAPE values. So by 5 p.m., end of the workday, we're sitting in those low to moderate region with that bright green value through the center part of Texas as well as the western part of Kansas there. Then as we work our way into the evening and overnight hours, we're going to lose that sun, we're going to lose that warming, and so we're going to lose those CAPE values as well. But they are going to stick around for the early to mid-afternoon, and that should help us fuel some storms later today. So looking at that here, we've got our storms popping up by around 4:30 in Colorado. Denver, that is why you guys are in the risk. You guys are where those storms are going to start firing off. So if they can intensify quickly enough over you, we could see some severe hail hitting your area. So that's what we got here by 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So I guess that would be 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Then by the time those push east, they're going to move into that area of high CAPE values, high humidity, high heat, and that'll help them fuel up even more. So they're going to push eastward. Amarillo, that's when you guys get into your risk. You're going to start to see some isolated storms popping up through your area, as well as the whole western part of Texas here and through Kansas. And again, as those move off the mountains eastward into that unstable environment, that should help them strengthen a little bit. You're seeing that here through the western part of Kansas, as well as the northern part of the Texas Panhandle by 10 p.m. And then those storms continue to push off to the east, forming some severe hail as well as gusty winds with them as they go. So we've also got a risk here for the northern plains. We've got some hail chances forming through the eastern part of South Dakota, as well as the very far western part of Minnesota, with these isolated cells that are going to go up by later tonight. And then those are going to continue to push eastward as well, dying off as they go. So we should have a very short, limited risk for hail, but it's a risk nonetheless in the Minnesota and South Dakota area. So here's what we got for you guys for our hail forecast today. We're looking at $1.25 through that Minnesota, South Dakota risk, as well as $1.25 through any of this Front Range and Central Plains area. Zooming a little bit further, so we got El Paso in the risk for $1.25 sized hail. Issue with South Texas right now is that it's so dry back here that even if you do get hail forming in the upper part of the atmosphere, as it falls, it starts to evaporate. And so we're going to keep you guys in the low end risk for that severe hail just because it's so dry in your neck of the woods. As we move up into Amarillo, that's where we start to see those higher humidity values. So we got you guys at a moderate risk for seeing hail today, and any hail that comes through your area could be in the ping pong to golf ball size range. Then moving on up. Denver, we talked about you guys. You guys are in the risk for $1.25 today as those storms form over you guys. They're going to push eastward pretty quick. So if they can intensify quickly enough as well, you guys could see some severe hail with that. And then this is that area where those storms start to ramp up a little bit, Colby, Kansas. You guys are in a pretty high risk of seeing some severe hail today. And with any isolated storms that move over your area, they could get up to 2 inches or higher with those storms passing through. North Platte, you guys are on the northern end of that risk, also seeing $1.25 size through your area. And then working our way finally up to Minnesota and South Dakota, $1.25 again. Sioux Falls, you guys are on the very outskirts of that risk. It looks like it's going to be mostly up here through the western part of Minnesota, eastern part of South Dakota. You guys could also see a $1.25 size stone here or there. So, wind forecast, kind of looking the same as our hail forecast here. So we got all this region here where we could see 60 to 73 mile an hour winds. That's our base range for our severe winds is 60 miles an hour. So we're going to see that whole swath there from the northern part of the Texas Panhandle up into southern Nebraska. So looking here at our city-specific forecast, Amarillo, again, you guys are in a moderate risk because we see those storms band up pretty quickly as they push eastward through your area. So you guys could see some severe winds with that, as well as Colby, Kansas, with those strong storms passing through your area. Some of those could remain isolated and start rotating, and that could help with tornado risk as well in the central part of this swath. So then, city-specific forecast. Denver, Colorado. Tonight from 4 to 7 p.m. you guys could see those storms starting to form. You'll see them roll through pretty quickly. So with those, you're likely to see some hail. Could be, like I said, up to $0.50 with that. Chance of 1-inch hail is low just because they're moving so fast. Chance of greater than 1.75-inch hail, golf balls, also low because it looks like they're going to ramp up too far to your east. However, you could get some $1.25 sized hailstones with those storms passing through, and we'll take it because we've been waiting on those storm chances in your area for a long time, and it looks like they're finally starting to pick up. So hopefully that's some good news for you guys. Then into Amarillo, you guys are in a higher chance of seeing some severe hail today. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. tonight is when those storms are going to start out isolated and then band up as they push through. So you guys could see hail up to golf ball size in your area. Chance of 1-inch hail is high. Those models have been consistently showing storms passing through your area, so you'll likely see some severe hail today. Chance of hail greater than golf balls is moderate. We could see those storms stay isolated as they push over your area, and if that happens, we could get some larger hailstones falling through there. So then moving into tomorrow, that was today's forecast. We got that covered for y'all. Tomorrow is kind of a similar story. So we're starting to see all this nice humid air getting funneled up into the Central Plains from the Gulf, and that's what we love to see for these severe hail chances and these severe wind chances. So right now we're in those bright greens. That's what we like to see for that humidity, and that is by the end of your workday tomorrow, and then by the evening hours, that's going to start to die out a little bit. But by Sunday, we should still have no problem with the humidity through our area. Cape, again, looking pretty good. It's following that humidity as it pushes up into the Central Plains. We're going to get to the weekend in a second here, but this is for Saturday, so beginning of the weekend. So we're going to get that humidity pushing up through here as well as those high heat values, and that's going to pop our Cape values starting to get up into those moderate to high values through the northern part of the Texas Panhandle as well as Oklahoma, and even some stuff up in Colorado and Kansas. Then by the end of our workday, we're looking good. We're looking like we've got some good Cape values moving through Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. We're starting again in those moderate to high values through that area, and that should help our storms be pretty good, be pretty strong as they pass through the area. And then by the end of the night, you guys know the drill. Sun goes down, Cape goes down with it. So looking at our future radar with that, we've got this first band of storms that's going to move through southern Texas, could pop a hailstone or two with that. And then by the end of your workday, we're starting to see these isolated storms. They're small, but we're starting to see those isolated storms moving through the Front Range as well as the northern part of Kansas. And then hold on to your hats, folks, because as that pushes eastward, those are going to ramp up pretty quick, and we're going to start to see those isolated storms pretty consistently through the western part of Texas as well as Colorado and into Kansas. And then by the end of the night, those are going to start to organize a little bit. We're going to see those push eastward, and then this northern band of storms is going to blow up, pushing eastward as well. And again, any of that could be hailers as well as winders, as well as winding as they push through by the late night into early morning hours. So looking into our hail forecast for tomorrow, here's what we got for you guys. So $1.25 to $1.5 sized hail anywhere through this region. Denver, you're again in the risk for that. $1.25 to $1.5 size all the way down through West Texas. And then our best chance for hail is going to be where that cold front meets that dry line, and that's going to be in this Oklahoma Panhandle area as well as northern Texas. That's where we could see some large hail chances with that, as well as gusty winds. This whole area is also a gusty wind threat for you guys. So zooming in to see that, Denver, again low chances because they're forming right over you, but at least they're forming in your area, and we're hoping that they'll keep pushing back westward as time goes on. So Denver, low end risk for some severe hail. All the way to Wichita, we could see $1.25 to $1.5. Amarillo, again, you're in that area of the highest instability, best Cape values, so we got you guys right now in a moderate chance of seeing hail. We may bump that up into tomorrow as we continue to see what the trends look like, but we are keeping you guys in a moderate risk for severe hail tomorrow. Could get up to 2 inches or higher with that. And then working our way down into West Texas, Lubbock, you are also in a moderate risk of seeing some hail in the ping pong to golf ball size range, all the way down to Del Rio as we see those isolated storms form through that area into the evening hours. Then into the rest of the weekend. So that was Saturday's risk, and then this is what we're going to look at for Sunday and Monday. So we've already been watching this trough, waiting on it to push its way eastward. It is taking its sweet time. But in the meantime, we do have these little shortwave troughs, which if you guys weren't here yesterday, those are just little disturbances in the atmosphere, and those help fire the storms just as much as the big troughs do if the conditions are right. So we're watching this guy into Saturday afternoon, and then as these push eastward, we'll see it continue to kind of wiggle around here. We'll see these little dips in our jet stream, and that could help us fire some storms into Sunday. And then by Monday, that trough finally makes its way into our neck of the woods. We'll see it disturbing the atmosphere through the Central Plains once again. We'll have all that nice humidity in the area, and we should be set to see some more severe storms into the early part of next week. So here's our look ahead forecast. Here's what we officially have out for Saturday and Sunday so far. So Sunday, it's looking like we could see storms all the way from Denver into West Texas once again. It's kind of a repeat risk for today, tomorrow, and Saturday. So or today, tomorrow, and Sunday. It's Friday, guys. So we're kind of seeing a repeat risk for that into the western part of the southern plains. And then by Monday, we could also see another storm chance through the central plains again. Dallas could be a chance for you on Monday. We're gonna watch that closely because you guys could be in the risk for some severe weather again. So stay tuned early next week. We could see some storms anywhere through the central plains region for you guys. So hopefully we're picking up a little bit. Front Range, you guys are back in business for hail into the next few days. So do those hail dances and definitely make sure to stay tuned to our live videos. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you haven't yet, hit see first on Facebook so you don't miss our live videos. Now you can also hit that notification bell on YouTube if you're watching us from there. Make sure you always catch us when we go live. And then if you guys want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. If you'd rather, you can email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details. We're going to keep you guys updated on what our weather chances look like through the weekend and into early next week. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers. Thanks for watching.